Cool. I'm in the middle of a project and this is turned up from Amazon Vine. This is free for review and, well, it might be very useful. So let's just pop it open and have a look. I don't know why I'm being so coy, because you'll know what it is already from the description of the video, but let's have a look. Okay, now that I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting a nice case. This is, I don't think it's actual leather. It feels, I don't know, it might be actual leather. It's definitely a plastic sheen. We've got a canvas edge with a canvas zip. We've got a nice chunky zip. It's quite free moving. It's not terrible. And inside, let's see how it's stood up. A few things are a bit loose, so let's see what's got loose. Well, we've got a crimper. Okay, now that looks a little bit battered. It's been through the mill. It's either been running up and down on the top of all the other tools, or it's just not very new. Stand it back there. We've got spring-loaded needle nose pliers. They aren't bad actually. Those grips, they're quite good. We've got the electrostatic rest, which we'll have a look at in a, well, it's standard. Now this is where it becomes a 66-piece tool set, because I'm pretty sure they're going to count every single one of these screwdriver bits, and you'll just, if I just shuffle this, you can see, there we go, you can see they are just quite badly tucked in here. There we go. So we've got hex key set, we've got a star key set. They aren't hollow, which is a shame, because lots and lots require a hollow. They also don't have a size marker on them. They're just in these little rubber link sets. So there's 4 of those. We've got another one loose from Transit. They're actually quite hard to get in and out of there as well, so that's a shame. That's a little bit edgy there, a little bit caught. And there's a sprocket set for them. And let's actually have a look. Here is the only screwdriver in here, and it's not immediate. There's the lug set. So there's a lug for the thing here. There we go. So we've got a lug. It's well, it's a sprocket, but this is very loose. In fact, I've screwed it up there myself. In fact, I'll tighten it up. Hang on. Benefit of the doubt. It's better now I've tightened that back up, but it should have come tightened. The handle feels quite flimsy, but it'll do it a push if you're absolutely stuck. You know, I've been in that situation, as you can find out from the blog, which is just here. I've just there. Let's have a look at the rest. So we'll put that back there. I'm not sure what's meant to be in that one. I can't see what's got loose. Perhaps the wrist rest was meant to be in there. The wrist strap. We'll get to the far side in a moment. Well, it's very tough to get that back in. I'll in fact put it in that way round. So that's the crimper. It is a 3-size crimper, so it does 4-wire telephone, RJ45, and again, not the right size. Whoa. Okay, so the handle's coming off there. Let's push the handle back on. So they just come off that. They're quite flimsy. There's a cutter there as well, which is nice. A cutter and a stripper. I don't know how good that blade would be. This just seems a little bit rusted. This has clearly been in stock somewhere before it's gone into this set. They are not the best items. But we've got 6p, 4p, and 8p. But RJ45, as I say. Yeah, I don't think the tolerance of these is going to be very good. The middle one looks okay. The RJ45 looks okay. How's this cutter? Spring loaded. These These two pieces are by far the best pieces in here by the look of it. They feel very, very, very nice. I'm not even sure what this is. Oh, it's okay, another wire stripper. You put the wire in, hold it, pull it. It feels like something you'd get in a Christmas cracker. It doesn't feel very much like a tool. An emergency tool maybe, but I'd rather use that. I'm not sure what that is. Really not sure what that is. It's for hooking something. I don't know. No idea what that meant to be. It just sort of twitches as I do that, whatever it is. It might be for pulling chips out of sockets, but yeah, if that's for removing chips out of a socket, I wouldn't bother. We've got a set of tweezers, extremely flimsy, horrible tweezers. They are not best quality at all. They don't even line up properly. The tips don't even line up properly, as you can see. The next item is something. I have no idea what that's for. I can't even think what that's for. If I've broke it by pulling it out, then I've broken it. But it wouldn't come out the packet any other way. Let's put it in there. I think it's for grabbing wires through a hole, isn't it? But I've broken it straight away. Again, it's just a bit of plastic and wire, so not the best of qualities. So I can only assume that's for grabbing things through a hole, and it just feels so cheap. Again, something out of a Christmas cracker. And this is for the amateur dentists. That's not that bad actually. I thought it'd be worse. And does it show a reflection? Let's see. Can we see? We can see the camera lens. Certainly can see bits and bobs. Does it work in a case? Can I see the underside of this? I can see the underside of this machine's pieces. I can indeed. That does work. So yeah, little mirror. It does swivel two ways. It's got a full Z joint on it, which is okay, and it telescopes. I probably personally, it probably got more use on public transport doing naughty things, to be honest, but we'll see. Again, very awkward to put things back in the straps here. Once they're out, they're out. They don't want to go back in. The straps are a little bit deficient in that way. So I can't get this yellow thing back in at all. There we go, finally got it in, 5th try. And then this, because it's got the little lip on it, I can't. God, just about got it in that way round. Okay. Up here we've got a set of watchmaker screwdrivers. They aren't bad actually. They look like they are Japanese steel tipped, or certainly hardened steel tipped. They look quite well formed. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 flat ends and 2 Phillips or Posi drive. I think they're Phillips. They're Phillips. They're not Posi drive. Of various sizes. So yeah, it's just a watchmaker's set. Centre-wise, we've got some punches, some prods, more screwdrivers, more lengthy screwdrivers. So we've got a Posi drive on one end, and we've got a flat on the other, and we've got 3 of those, 2-ended. This one, however, is a punch, a blade at this end, and a punch at that end. That's quite nice. Quite like those, especially because that one's hooked. Can you see it's got a hook on the end? If I actually line it up with the background, there, got a hook. It's okay, that's good. Okay, let's move to the other side of the kit. So let's just show you the whole thing. There you go, the whole thing. This side is what we've covered, and this is what we're going to look at now. So another wire stripper. A standard one, and, you know, that's better quality than that perhaps, but still janky, not the best thing. So wire stripper goes from 10mm down to 1.8mm. Ignition terminal wire cutters 1032, and then you've got the various diameter cuts. The diameter cuts, if I line it up with the door, you can just see the light going through there. There you go. The diameter cuts are all there. Standard stuff. Standard stuff. Not the best of painting job though. You can see these are quite blobby, but they're okay. They're okay. What's this little thing here? A brush. Perfect, because I always carry an old makeup brush for dusting things down. There is a little one in here, and it comes with this little wrapper. I think the wrapper is superfluous, but it's okay. That's not bad actually. Little. So I personally prefer a big one. Haha. But that one's okay. And this side, the strap on this side of the case feels a lot better. So yeah, the next thing, I have no idea what that is. I've honestly no idea what that means. Meant to be. Just a little foot and a thumb. Is it for reseating something? It's a very old idea to have to reseat something. I would say electronics. You might want to use something like that more than PC repair, but that's as maybe. This next one. Okay, we got we've got some RJ45 and some cable terminators. So we've got some terminators, and we've got 4 RJ45 network heads. So there's 4 cable terminators and 4 network heads, just in a little pouch. Again, not the most computer related thing, but nice to see. The black one is obviously the screwdriver we've seen. Horrible, terrible, awful. It's an Amtech, uncontrollable, unchangeable soldering iron. I wouldn't touch that if you paid me. Not because it might be the best one of its kind in the world, but this is just considered by me to be a wand of death. I would not use one of these ever. It says CE, as in the safety certificate. I don't think it would be. But it believes it to be a 30-watt soldering iron. Whether it is or isn't, I don't know. It says Amtech. Whether that's any good or not, I don't know. I will stick with my personal preference being a safe solder station. Again, absolute pain to get this back through there. This is the perfect example because there's no way all this went through there, obviously. So it does this, because look, I can hardly get my finger in to hold it up and push it in. In fact, it's really hurting my finger now to get that back in. That hurt. In fact, it's gone bright red already. Look, got bright red already. Some solder. It doesn't say anything. Doesn't say lead free. It says nothing. But it's in a little thing with a hole in the top to just spool it out with. That's fair enough. They include the soldering irons, so they need to let you make a mess. And a solder sucker. One of them kind of. So push it down. Sucker. Little fucker. So yeah, that's fair enough. Again, I wouldn't personally be desoldering stuff. And now we've got, it's red insulating tape and some solder wick. Just made in China, Kedar Electronic Co. Limited. It's a tiny amount of solder wick. This is a complete red herring. There's maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6 wines, 1.5 meter lengths. There's not a lot on there at all, but it's solder wick. A little metal plate. So network tester. I don't think I've got a network cable handy. Not a broken one anyway. Oh, there we go. And there we go. Now, I can already feel that there are no batteries in this. And obviously I was sent this for review, so you'd think there would be batteries in it. Okay, battery compartment doesn't want to come open. The CE label has already come askew. You can see, maybe you can't see, there you go, can you see the line it should be in, and it's way off. I remember using this exact unit at a wiring job in 1998, so that's how long. I cannot get this. There we go, battery compartment off. Okay, it takes well, it takes a D5 battery obviously, but I haven't got a battery that will fit that on me, so that goes untested right now. It feels incredibly cheap, incredibly cheerful, but we have this with a loop back on it, RJ11 and RJ45. So that's RJ45, that's RJ11, that's RJ45, that's RJ11. So it's fine. These are not lined up very well at all in there. Shame that there's no battery. I'm sure the price of this kit, a battery would be the most expensive thing in it, but needs as may be, I would like to have seen a battery. It has to be said. I now have to find a battery, remember to take it with me or whatever. And here's Dave Jones's favourite. If you don't know who Dave Jones is, check out him. Google him. He's that crazy Aussie bloke. This has a battery in it, I can tell already. Yep. It does have a battery in it. Just have a look for yourself. It's a bog standard, cheapo little multimeter. It's fine. So, does it read anything? So that's fine. Unfused 10 amp, 500 volt max. Yeah, I don't believe that's 10 amps. It's also, can we see this? This is broke. It's sealed, and then this is open wide. It's like, there we go. Can't get that one in. So there's an actual imperfection in the moulding, and it won't close. So whatever, cheapo, nastio. But came in a plastic bag, which makes it infinitely more valuable. This is clearly ex-stock from somewhere that they put together in a case. I will check when I do my written review the price. In fact, I should actually look at the price now and just give you guys a heads up as to what I think. 66-piece repair kit with network tester and multimeter, £24, £23.99, and it's got 4 and a bit stars, but I'm afraid this is cheap and nasty. Is this £25, £24 worth? I'd have to say it's not worth £24. I have the luxury of saying that. Obviously, I got it for free, but I think I'm duty bound to say to you guys that, yeah, it's probably not worth £25. And yes, you could pick this up for £4. You could pick that up for £4. You could get all these little bits and bobs, etc., etc., and you could add it all up. But I don't think it's absolutely worth that much. Now, if the tools were all of this one's quality, or that one's quality, there, that black one, that would be excellent. These are really good, but that doesn't warrant the price of everything else. The soldering iron is, that would do some people, I've got to be honest, that would do many, many people. That is, you know, a name I've seen in bad soldering irons, soldering wands we'll call this. I would stick with a soldering station. The little touch of this, you know, the components, that alone, the soldering bit, does not warrant the price of this kit. That is a sad state of affairs, but this is Chinese, very cheap quality gear. That's exactly what this is. It's extremely cheap stuff. Would I say I would go out and buy this? I would probably not. If I saw this in a shop in this condition, I would not say it's worth the £24 they're asking. I would say this is worth £15. So make your own minds up from that. And most of that value would be the fact that I've got a few tools I could potentially use, like the knife ends, the spludger pieces, the mirror, these very nice cutters, all those screwdriver pieces which I presume would fit my standard electric Ryobi, and the watch driver set, which are quite nice. So they're quite nice, they're quite nice, they're okay, they're okay. Those are rubbish. These are like Christmas cracker toys, they're rubbish. So we've got 50% there. This is ex-stock from, say, quite low quality. I don't know whether it would even work. This is very low quality. That's got no battery in it. That's very low quality. The soldering kit I wouldn't give my hat for. So we're coming out 50-50 there, and I would say that in my reflection of what I would say it's worth is half what they're asking. Am I going to give it 5 stars? Hell no. Am I going to give it 4? No, I'm afraid this edges into a 3. And it keeps the 3 because, as I say, these halve are good, and the actual presentation, the case is good. Now, if you are the kind of person that just wants this for jobbing around with, or you've got, you know, you want to give your bits and bobs to someone, say you've got a kid going away to university, that's pretty good to give them. But I would take out some of the tools that are in there and put in better quality bits and bobs, and perhaps save my pennies rather than go for this over everything else. But if you have no choice, if you are given this, this is not bad. And I would say that that is quite a nice carrying case. It is a really quite a nice carrying case. It's a large encyclopedia size. In fact, it's probably the same size as my laptop. There we go. There's the Surface Book for comparison. So it's the same size as the Surface Book, slightly larger actually, but there you go. That's the kind of size you carry around with you. I could quite happily repurpose that case with better tools to do a better general job. So 3 out of 5. Bye bye. Let's fix this damn machine now.